The coronavirus is sweeping around the world. We all have a simple message to all countries. Test, test and test. It's a global emergency like which we have never seen before. In many countries around the continent, the number of the cases, the number of the death is increasing by 30% every single day. Think about it. That means every 3 days the number doubles. With the virus, here is not yet any immunity in the population and no vaccine or treatment available. Then a high percentage of the population will become infected. Experts says 60 to 70% as long as that remains the case. But the markets don't seem to agree. The economy is heading for a huge recession. The curve will be more severe than has needed to be in Pakistan. What are the impacts of COVID-19 on Pakistan's economy? Let's discuss about that. Pakistan may face initial economic loss of 1.3 trillion. These losses are going to be incurred on account of drop in the GDP growth because of reduction in services sector including airline, business and others. FBR's revenue losses, massive decline in imports, exports, reduction in remittances, disruption in food supplies and other fronts. As we have already discussed about the impacts of COVID-19, now I just want to have a look on the post-COVID impacts. Lockdowns eventually harming the economy. 130 countries are suffering from this major problem. Crisis management is more experienced in spring 2020. For indicative purpose, many of the countries are assuming that it can take until April 2021 before the virus is back or under control. As well as societies begun to return to normal. GDP growth will be the lower in 2020 but higher in the 2021. But it will be 2022 to be normal and return to the pre-crisis levels. Lockdowns create recession and world is facing a serious recession. The major challenges which are predicted for the future are decline in polarization, less individualism, new forms of reforms, regulatory barriers to online tools will fall, a healthier digital lifestyle, a boom to a virtual reality, a new kind of patriotism, health awareness, online and e-business awareness, diversification in business. As a student, I have analyzed some actions to mitigate the risk and enhance the healthcare department and the industries. To face this scenario, here is our goal of stable ramp-up action plans. In medical and healthcare department, we should take some serious action plans as long as the number of the new infections is still rising dramatically. The current lockdown is essential. It's important and essential to start the building differentiated protection strategies now. Having testing facilities like to test for the virus and the antibodies and the necessary of infrastructure in place is central to this. We should have enough resources and medical instruments, etc. Many Asian and African countries lack surveillance diagnostic hospitals capacities to identify the treatment of the patients during this outbreak. So we need to build and invest on the industry which will be helpful for us in the future, which is our healthcare industry. The government allocated rupees 279 billion for the 2019 and 20 fiscal, whereas the creator government has allocated for 284 billion for 2018 and 19. Presenting the budget in the Province Assembly, the Prime Minister claimed 20% increase in the health allocation to prevent the consequences in the future. Out of the total allocation for the next fiscal year, the government earmarked rupees 144.9 billion for the specialized healthcare department to avoid these types of crises in the future. The government has also allocated 40 billion for new hospitals. These are some of the financial steps to mitigate the risk of the future disaster in our country by our government of Pakistan. Coronavirus has also affected the industrial part. Textile industries and agile companies has quickly jumped on the whatever opportunity come on the way. Textile industries are making masks, etc. Nowadays, and many other businesses and have also diversified their business into many others. Like Food Panda has shifted their focus from the food to the essential thing needed to be home regularly. International and major industries would prefer to avoid facing a similar situation in the future and will be reallocated to countries like Pakistan, claimed Deputy Governor or State Bank of Pakistan that told the numbers of the FPCCI that Pakistan import electrical equipment worth 3.09 billion and machinery, and they will also concentrate on the future productions. Now have a look tourism industry of the Pakistan. In my opinion, the tourism industry of Pakistan should be enhanced. A Pakistan should be a brand, as a brand Pakistan. It is imperative to tap into or utilize the social media industry to portray Pakistan's true image internationally, which could not be projected in the past. Reforms are being introduced to the PTDC to transform this organization so that it could play a leading role to promote tourism and attract local and foreign tourists, which can stable our economy very, very much. As we are an agricultural country, how will COVID-19 affect the Pakistan farmers and food system? To grow fresh vegetables is not only financially upsetting but also heartbreaking for those who labored in the field. The pandemic has devastated the small scale farmers who are already struggling due to the climate changes. Now they can't even afford to take their goods to the market in absence of laborers and vehicles with the lack of clear government strategy to protect our key workforce. Government of Pakistan should invest and facilitate the farmers to promote the agriculture industry and stable the economy. Now I want to discuss about a term to which most of us are not familiar. One of the topic which is under discussion nowadays, that is herd immunity. Let me introduce that what is herd immunity and how it works. The term herd immunity refers to the protecting the entire community from disease by immunizing a part of its population, almost 70%. According to the Vaccine Knowledge Project of the University of Oxford, herd immunity theory suggests that it contagious diseases that are transmitted from individual to individual, chains of infections are likely to be disrupted when a large part of the population is immune or less susceptible to the disease. Generally, herd immunity for contagious diseases is achieved through the vaccination or in some cases because someone has already had a disease. Herd immunity protects the vulnerable groups who cannot get the vaccinated themselves because their immune system is weak or it could make them sick. These can include babies or those with immune suppressing disease like HIV or cancer. And Mr. Fawad Chaudhry, the Minister of Science and Technology of Pakistan, texted the committee of experts in his ministry, met and gave its opinion on three major aspects. According to him, the experts were of the opinion that the idea of herd immunity could prove risky and dangerous. He said they believe such an approach should be discouraged. Whether you agree with that or not, where you stand is everything we have been talking about. There's one thing that everyone can agree on. Whenever you move around, whenever you do have to go to work, keep washing your hands. Thank you.